In the last video, we entered some marked up P&IDs into EDGE 360. This video shows the process of picking up those marks in real time using CADWorx and P&ID EDGE. Okay, the first step is we redraw a new line in, or add a new line to this existing line. So using CADWorx P&ID Professional, we place the line quite quickly. Then using this to combine line, that merges it with the existing line, the 3-inch PG 1106. Now we're going to replace the symbol for the ball valve and change it out to an actuated control valve. So here we browse to a different block. And when we find the correct one, then it gets inserted in place of the other one. The reason we do that is we want to keep the same P&ID identification number in the database because it's already linked within the 3D model. Here we put in the new tag, and in the description field we use the 3 question marks and then a note and 3 question marks. It's kind of a default that we use to be able to find items that are still in need of changing. Here we're going to change the attribute for the tag to invisible because on this type of valve we use EDGE callout bubble and IntelliTag, which reads from the line. Next we're going to place an EDGE-SKID connection for the new EDGE-SKID location. And along with that, we're placing a new block in the legend for schedule of openings. Now these items are intelligent, so they're going to show up in the P&ID database. Therefore, our EDGE-SKID connection schedule will also be updated. Here we simply add the sizes and description. And of course, you can see it fills that out in the table. Next, we're going to place another control valve, or SDV valve, at this outlet. We type in the tag. Move the size over to the location like the other one, and then quickly add our new IntelliTag as well. These IntelliTags are smart, so if the database is updated, they can be updated in the graphic environment as well. Now we're going to go and add some flow arrows to signify the direction of flow. Next we're going to add a vent valve, a high point vent on this line. So we're going to quickly go in there and throw on a ball valve. Type in the tag and description. Of course, if we had been using a spec, that could have been auto-populated, but on this project we did not use a spec. Now we do a combined line so that that line is associated with the 1106 line. Therefore, that valve will show up on that line number. And now we're going to go and copy data from this other valve, which is the same size, and therefore we want to use the same one. And so in this case, we're going to do a copy to similar using P&ID EDGE. So we're going to copy over all the fields that we choose. Short description, long description. And here, this lets me filter to what all lines I want to copy to. So I remove the filter for only that line number. And now, by viewing this list, we can quickly identify the new valve because there's no data in it. So we select that item and it copies over not only the data that we selected, but any attached documents that it might have existed on that other item. So here you can see there's the new valve. Now it has the attached data and the updated data from the previous valve. Next, we're going to change the spec to stainless steel on this line. place a new tag because the previous tag had lost association. And now we run a sync, which once done updates the tags to show the A-SS. Now we're going in and editing this level control valve again to put a note to say that we need to look at this because it's going to have to change to stainless steel. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and change this other line to stainless steel as well. So by adding -SS to the spec, and then we do a sync, and there you see it updated the tag. Now we've made our changes, sync the database. Next we go to our drawing number 2. First thing we're going to have to do is make ourselves a little bit more room. So we're going to stretch this a little bit. That gives us a little bit more room to work with on the drawing since we're going to be adding some bypass here around this control valve. So we'll scooch that valve over a little bit, and we first put in our bypass line. We do a combined line to make this little bypass part of the main line. Next we start dropping in our valves. After placing the valves, we add our tag information. Next, we're going to place our bypass valve. So we place it on the bypass line there. Again, we enter the tag. Next, we're going to scooch things around to give us a little bit more space because we're going to put a bleed ring in between these, the downstream of the control valve. So here we place the bleed ring symbol. We're going to go ahead and give it an SP1 tag. Next, we're going to go and turn off some of these attributes, make them invisible, because we're going to tag it with our IntelliTag, which once again updates from the database if that actually gets changed. Now we're going to place a drain line off the bottom of this. One of the things I'm going to show here is we can place a valve, and we're not going to place it right on the line. We're going to put it over here to the side for right now and just get it into the drawing. And even though we put it there and it's disconnected from that line, once we've inserted this item, we can then move it back to that line and it will connect and be associated with that line number. There we do a combined line and now it's associated. Next, I select the iEdit form, because we're going to use a valve that we want to copy from, so we're going to use the copy to similar, and like we've done on the other valves, we're going to go and copy it to that new drain valve that we just added. Select the data that we want to copy to, and here it will push that to the other valve. Similarly, we're going to go in and take another one of these valves that's on the same line, therefore same conditions, we need to use the same valve again. We're going to now copy it to the new ball valves that we just added, block valves around the control valve. Again, this copies all the data, any data sheets that might be attached, that sort of thing. So now we've just pushed that to these other items. So that's all there is to it. We've updated the P&IDs, made the graphic corrections, we've updated some of the data behind it. Next we're going to go into P&ID EDGE and finish updating all of the items with the newly added items. Be sure and follow the hyperlink if you want to see the next step in the next video. Thank you. Come visit us on the web at image-ces.com, email us at info@image-ces.com, or give us a call at 281-829-4101. And thank you for watching.